Hey guys, and welcome back. This is Owen from the Spirit of Halloween 05. In today's video, I'm basically going to be explaining what I have been more or less waiting for when it comes to posting videos, because yeah, I know I haven't posted in a long time. However, the uploads are soon coming, because I am going to show you the thing that I've been kind of teasing a bit on my channel. I've made several posts now about it. But really the main reason that I haven't been posting much is the fact that I just don't really have much out right now to review that I haven't done it. And I believe my last video was a Vector and Friends, so I didn't want to do another one of those kind of back to back. So I mainly just kind of wanted to wait until this was done and show you, and then you're gonna show you. And that's basically my animatronic collection, because if you have not been paying attention to the posts, I've been basically teasing that all my animatronics, all my life-size Halloween animatronics, besides Ultra Skelly, which I've already made videos about, all of them are going down to our barn that was recently built. And I'm going to have them in a way to which I can show them to you guys, and I can mess with them anytime I want. And I also have a workshop down there. A workshop that I can work on these things. And I have all my materials down there. So if you see repair videos, which I do plan on making some repair videos, which is something that I haven't really done before. Well, like, I've done the bleeding props. Yes, those are repair videos, but I mean I never really had shown much of the process of what I actually did for those. But that is going to change, because now if I do repair videos, which again, I do plan on doing some now that I have an actual workshop and a space that I could prop up my camera and actually film these videos, then I probably will do that. So I've been talking for a whole 3 minutes now, and you guys are probably just waiting for me to show you what I'm talking about. So let's go. Here we go. Okay, so it is extremely echoey in here, but I would like to show you my workshop, which is in here. It's me and my dad's workshop, really, but I mean, by the way, if you don't want to see spoilers, skip ahead, because this would be spoilers to an upcoming video. Right here is my workbench. Spoilers! let me know in the comment section if you know what I'm currently working on, but I have in my work case pretty much everything I need to fix props, such as gears, screwdrivers, soldering iron, screwdriver, and more screwdriver, and lots of screws. So, and then I got cabinets that store everything. Yeah, and then we do have some other machines for like cutting parts. And we have my dad's work kind of tool bench here. Not bench. I don't even know how to talk today. We have this thing here with all of my dad's tools in it. Kind of like a cabinet. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the workshop. But really, what you guys mainly want to see is my prop collection, which I do have right above us. So let's do this. So if you come up these stairs, flip on the lights, and now you can see my prop collection. I did a prop collection video a while back, which but I have since increased my prop collection. So these guys have been stored in our garage that we have kind of closer to our house. They were just stored in there for a long time, so they hadn't really been used. So I was scared that some of them were gonna have issues when we pulled them out again, which indeed they did. Starting with Looming Strawman, he was my second prop maybe? I forget, I've had him for a really long time. And his issues were that his body did not move at all, and his arms, they would sometimes move, but I can tell that it was like a really weak motor. Which, it wasn't actually the motor, it just turned into be some split gears for both of them. Which I did replace, and now it works great. We have Zoltan, which I will also feature him in an upcoming video. I know I've made videos of Zoltan before, but this, well, you'll have to see. This is Headless Help, which I'm glad that he doesn't have any issues, because I have heard that he doesn't have very much animation. He only has a mouth movement and he blinks. But I have heard that the only two animations that he has are pretty faulty, so I'm glad that mine isn't broken yet. But I know it definitely will. Creepy Rising Doll. This is my newest prop in my collection. When a while back, I sold one of my pumpkin nesters because it actually had two. And the guy gave me this for free. He said, from one collector to another, you can have this. And it was brand new in the box, which was super nice of him. So Keep Rising Doll is really cool. This is the re-released one, which I do have all their boxes lined up there. But still really cool. Grim, he's still one of my favorites. Doesn't beat Ultra Skelly, but he's still really cool. And he didn't have any repairs really. However, when we first set him up, we had his arm screwed on backwards. So basically, his arm moves up and down, but it would actually move backwards and forwards instead of up and down. So it was a bit messed up, which I did fix. Deadly Roots. He's also a fairly new one, and we repaired him. He's been down here ever since we got him, actually. and he's another one of my favorites. We found him on Facebook Marketplace for $50, and that's a really good deal. However, all the wires in his head were cut, and he did not retract, which that was just like the belt. The belt needed replacing on that, and we resoldered on all the wires. Young Crouchy, which I'm actually currently, well, my dad is trying to sell this on Facebook Marketplace currently. So I'm sure you'll recognize that this is that exact one on Facebook, but we are selling him along with the jumping spider, which he works fine. I just don't really want him anymore. I'd rather get other stuff with him. But yeah, Moonshine Barrel, he's another one of my favorites. He's really cool. And funny enough, we actually got someone commented on the listing that my dad made for this guy, because he recognized that Moonshine Barrel was next to it, and he said he was asking if it was for sale, and my dad was just like, oh no, man, like, because he's one of my favorites. He did not have anything wrong with him, except his hands did need to be, the Velcro had come off, so I had to replace that. Now, unfortunately, my jumping spider, this was the very first spirit prop I ever got, and he has, like, when he resets, he just jumps back up, like he doesn't stay down, which I immediately thought, okay, it's probably the relay switch, you know, I can try to fix that. But when I opened it up, it was not the relay switch. The relay switch was working perfectly fine. It was there's like this gear that has teeth on only one side, and somehow that came out of place. And it is fixable, but it's just not something that I would want to do, because you can still buy jumping spiders, and I'll probably just get a new one. But yeah, we are selling him too. Pumpkin Nester, if you know anything about me and my props, you'll know that he is my all-time favorite prop. This is the Pumpkin Nester that we did not sell. And funny enough, like, our first Pumpkin Nester, his eyes did not light up and his sound sensor didn't work. I mean, he barely worked when we got him. And we found him at a flea market, which I was like super excited, but he worked for like maybe a year, but then completely stopped working. So we sold him and we got Creepy Rising Doll. But my dad eventually did get me a new one, and he fully works. Now, just like how I had 2 Pumpkin Nesters, I actually had 2 Little Nesters. Because, you know, you can't have Pumpkin Nester without Little Nester. Either his child or a younger version of him. I really like Little Nester, and having them side by side is so cool. Which, by the way, to hang him, we got made special like hooks that we measured them, and then we had them special made. So he swings, so Little Nester is special, he swings really good because we have that secured well. If your swinging prop isn't swinging well, make sure that the black box with all the gears in it is not moving at all. Only the sides have to move. But anyway, my first Little Nester, I got him for Christmas one year, and he was already broken. Obviously, his eyes didn't light up anymore because they made the wire way too short for his eyes, so it would always just pull off. I have heard people say that it's actually just that they put too much voltage to them and the lights burn out, but no, because I was actually inside of that other one. I was trying to fix it, and as I was putting it back together, I tested it one last time, and his sound actually stopped working. He would have been fully working, but the sound fried out because it was like still really quiet. So the sound, it wasn't the speaker, it was a circuit board issue. And unfortunately, that's just not something that I can fix. So, yeah, I got another. And this one was actually pretty much brand new in box, which I was so excited. And I try not to use my props like too much to the point where they would break. But, you know, as you see with these like older ones, like Little Nester, even back then, he was pretty faulty. He was sadly a very faulty prop. mainly with his eyes and his head turn. But I almost thought about getting the 2021 model, but I just don't think that one looks as good. Now, at this point, I doubt I would get another one of these guys because I witnessed it happen too. I witnessed his eyes stop lighting up. They started flickering and they haven't lit up since. So that's pretty sad, and I'm not gonna open him up yet. Because I don't want to accidentally mess up his head turning if I'm just trying to resolder on the eyes. But I was like so close to finishing that video because I wanted to do a video about fixing him. I had a bunch of images and like footage and stuff of me fixing him, and sadly that had to happen, and it was pretty sad. But I have another, and as long as he swings and his head turns, I'm pretty okay with that. Again, I try not to use my props too much, so it's not like I overused him or anything. No, it's just a really bad design with how short the wires are. And this is Electrified Corpse. He actually came back, I think, last year. But this is the original model, as you can see from his box, and he still works. We did have to re-glue his Velcro, but yeah. And I have the high voltage box over here, which actually I did have to repair that. Yeah, the gear was split in that, so I did have to repair them. And then we have Sing Scarecrow. My dad really likes this prop, and that's why he got it for me. And I do too. And when we are eventually gonna have Halloween parties down here, and I'm probably gonna record that, honestly, especially with the thing that I'm soon gonna talk about. But he'll be really good for that, especially because the kids can come up here onto this scare floor, as I like to call it, and get some candy. But then obviously he'll jump up. Now, that's all of the props. However, how do I power all these guys? I don't just have like one port that I can run a wire and plug in each one at a time. No. Because if you come back here and take a look, I got 2 of these ginormous power strips that I have everything plugged into. There's one right there, and there's one over here. So that was cool, you know, I could have like all of them running at once, but again, I don't like to overuse my Halloween stuff, so I wanted a solution to that. I thought about, get a bunch of step pads and have each one connected to the step pad, but then I remembered, I have the Spirit Halloween multi-prop remote, which, let me get that. Is this little remote, and it comes with 4 receivers, and you can plug them into the bag of props, and you press the corresponding button and it'll activate the prop. It actually uses relays, each box, but they each require batteries. But yeah. So I had those connected to a few, and I decided, you know what would be really great? What if I got like a bunch of those, and then I could have all of them connected to each other. Or all of them, I have a bunch of these remotes that I can use to trigger each prop. And then during a Halloween party, I could just have them all in my pocket, and if someone comes up here, they're realizing, I don't think anything is on, nothing's moving, and then boom, press the button and I'll scare them. So I thought that would have been really cool. But I eventually realized that they're all the same frequency, meaning if you have multiple of the A labeled dongles and you have them plugged into 4 props, you press A button on one remote and they'll all go. So I realized, shoot, that's not gonna work. And I started to research on solutions that I could do. This comes into this little guy that I bought on Amazon. This is a relay board, and relays is actually kind of what these props use to make them go, to use to activate them. And it's actually what the multi-prop remote uses too. And this is a 16 relay board. So if you get just a butt ton of 3.5 millimeter audio cables, which is, it's just the cords. It's basically just the type of cords that like a step pad or any of the Tri-Me buttons use. Plug that into the prop, cut the wires, and connect them to each relay. Then you can use one of the remotes that these came with. And theoretically, you could activate all the props with this remote. And again, this is 16 channel. You can have 16 props at a time connected to this. So I thought, okay, that'd be really good. And so we ordered everything, and it took a while to get it all figured out and all the wiring, because yeah, we needed a lot of wiring, especially for the ones that are all the way on this end, like Looming Strawman, because we had to have the wires running, every wire running to that board right there. But it's super nice though, because now I only need one controller to activate all of my props. So this is pretty nice. Well, it came with two, but you know. And I found that on Amazon. I forget how much it was. We also found the audio cable, the cables on Amazon, or you can just use cable. If you have like a broken step pad or something, just cut the wire from that, and you could use that too. But yeah, but anyways, since really the only props that I don't have connected to it is Zoltan, because one, he does not have a Tri-Me jag, and two, he's not gonna constantly go unless I have him on sensor. And I can just push the button and he'll go. And seeing Scarecrow, because what's the point of him popping up? What's the point of you even giving him candy if that's not gonna do anything? You know, so again, he's not gonna constantly be going off. So I didn't worry about this too. And Jumping Spider, because he's broken. But all the rest, I do have connected. And I truly think it's a great solution if you're in the same situation as I was. But anyways, since I now have all of these props up here, and now all these props are usable all year long, then you know what that means. That means now that I have a bunch of reviews and a bunch of videos to get put out. So guys, this is the reason why I haven't been posting much. Is because I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting to show you this because really, I wanted to be able to do some more spirit props, and I really have not done much life-size animatronics, especially older spirit props. And I'm assuming most of you guys don't know that I have as many life sizes as I do. But you know, don't worry, there'll still be like videos on tabletop items and stuff. But currently, I want to mainly focus on doing videos about these guys because, especially the older ones, they're just my favorites. And I still like a lot of the new spirit props. Grim, he's fairly new, and I really like him. Like, I still like modern spirit props. Like, I do. It's not that I only like older props. I like the new ones too, but the older Spirit Halloween just had a certain feel to it. I don't know if that really makes much sense. But if you know, you know, and it really does. So I don't really know if I have anything else to say, but other than stay tuned for videos on these guys. And also stay tuned to the repair that I am working on below me. And, but other than that, I guess I will see you in the outro. So here we go. Okay, so that's about it for today's video. As you just saw me go into the outro. So yeah. So anyways, I cannot talk today. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. It really means a lot to me. And do not worry, because more Spirit Halloween 05 videos, more Spirit of Halloween 05 videos are coming soon. Yes, I literally forgot how to pronounce the name of my own channel. I cannot talk today, like I said. But make sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. It really encourages me to make more videos, even though I will anyway, because my purpose of doing videos, or the main reason I do it, is to maybe share some stuff with people, show others some Halloween stuff and robots that maybe they did not know about. That's why I make videos. But it still does help out the channel. The more subscribers, the better. So if you have not already, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you next time on the Spirit of Halloween 05. Bye-bye now.